Hi, my name's Senga Lindsay. I'm a landscape architect here in North Vancouver. We're on my edible green roof today. It's early April, and a couple of weeks ago on some of my last YouTube segments, I showed you how to combine beehives. We had a weak beehive, which was in this box, and we had the stronger one, which was in these three boxes, and I combined them together. Now, as you can see, we've got a pretty unruly hive here. It's pretty big. We want to reduce this box down to these two here, or these three I should say, because later in the season we'll be putting a honey super and harvesting honey off of another box on top here. So we want to get it down to a manageable size, and I just did a preliminary check, and good news, the queen that was originally down here is now up in this box laying eggs. There's capped brood in here, great news. This is one thing that the bees start to do in the summertime as they work their way from the winter time. They were in these lower boxes eating the honey, and then they worked their way up through these next two boxes eating the honey, and then the queen started laying her eggs in early January in this box. When I added this old or weak hive, there was lots of new frames in there, so the queen has now, and the workers have eaten their way up through the newspaper and are now in this box, so that's great. So what we want to do as a result is take out this empty brood box down below and reduce the hive overall. So what we did is we set up a new bottom board here. We painted her up, cleaned her up. There'll be a lot of debris on the original bottom board here, old pollen, dirt, dead bees. So we want to start off with a fresh, scrubbed. We flamed it a bit to kill any of the diseases and funguses and molds. We set her up. We actually prop up the bottom board with a bit of styrofoam here so that we have positive drainage. The entrance to this hive is actually on the other side of the opposite side of this board. So we want any water to be running positively away from the hive. So we also have put this bottom board right directly next to the original hive, simply because bees will get very disoriented if you start moving them too far away. And in relation to our New Zealand or our newly hived box here, we want to make sure that we're a minimum of 1 meter away, because what bees do is they can tend to drift between hives if they don't have enough space between them. So the rule is about 1 to 2 meters spacing. And as you can see, the bees are out today. It's getting to be a nice warm day. They're taking their cleansing flights, and I also notice some are collecting pollen now. So I'm just going to show you how to reduce these hives down. It's a little bit of a two-step process. We take our top cover off. We take our insulating styrofoam off that we used in the winter time. We're still going to keep it on for another month or so. We're going to pull this box off. Got to be very careful because I do know the queen is in here. And there's also bees in the lower box. You can see some of the old newspaper that's in between the two hives, probably half chewed out. And I'm just going to pull this box off. It's quite heavy right now because there's still a lot of honey and frames in there. As you can see, the bees did chew their way through enough to get to each other. This is a very, very strong hive, by the way, which makes me extremely happy. So we're going to give these guys a little bit of smoke. They're pretty quiet, not too bad. Taking a little look in here, I'm just curious to see if there's some capped brood. I have a feeling the queen has migrated upwards, and that this is probably just old stored honey and stuff. Nope, there's capped brood in here too, and larvae. So the queen is actually working her way through all the frames. You can see the capped brood there in the middle, which is great news. This hive is very healthy and very strong. Now I am doing this on a day that's quite warm. Give them a little bit of more smoke. They're a little bit ticked because I'm disturbing them a bit, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the second board and a couple are trying to sting me here, so they're not super happy. Give them some more smoke. Curious to see what's on the next box down. So just quickly put this box at the lower level as shown. Give them some more smoke. Take the next box, put them here, and hopefully I won't be seeing any babies or brood or anything down here. And I'm just going to do a quick check just in case, because I might have to amalgamate some frames in here if there are. Chances are this hive is probably, whoops. It looks to me like, as you can see, they've got it pretty sealed up, pretty good from the winter. And I'm not seeing any capped brood in there, which is good. There's just old stores of honey in there, and they're just traveling back and forth from the lower hive out their front entranceway. We give those guys a quick smoke, get them in there, drive these guys back into their box. And put the queen and her bees on top of this. So there you go. So the next step I'm going to do, just temporarily, because these ones here are going to realize that their queen is now next door, just going to give them a little quick smoke. Put a cover on them for now, and pretty soon they'll come out of their hive and they'll transfer to where the queen is. If that doesn't work in the next couple of hours, I'll actually physically open that hive and shake all the bees out from those frames into this hive just to make sure they all transfer over. Last step, put my top cover back on. And that's the way we now amalgamate and reduce two combined hives for the summer season. My name's Senga Lindsay. If you want any more information, please visit my website at www.sengadesigns.com. Thanks for watching.